All right, racers, buckle up and welcome back. A huge new patch for Sonic Racing CrossWorlds has just dropped. We're talking version 1.2.0, and believe me, it is going to completely flip the game on its head. So, if you thought you had all your strategies figured out, well, you might want to think again. Okay, let's just dive right into this thing and see how this patch is going to change your races from the ground up. First up, the developers are basically raising the skill ceiling. They're giving the best of the best a brand new arena to prove just how good they are. We're talking whole new ways to compete here. Okay, get a load of this number. The maximum world match rating, it used to be 9,999. Well, now it's been cranked all the way up to 99,999. Yeah, that is a 10-fold increase. It gives all you elite players a massive new mountain to climb. And to go with that, there's a brand new event mode called the Legend Competition. This is going to be the spot where the top-tier racers go to battle it out. So go ahead and mark your calendars, because the very first one kicks off on December 4th, and it runs all the way through December 21st, 2025. We're also getting some really fantastic quality of life updates. You know, for those of you who love racing with your friends, you can now set up multi-round races. No more of those tedious trips back to the lobby after every single race. Thank goodness. And while you're at it, you can jam out to 2 new collaboration tracks they've added to the jukebox. Okay, but this next part, this is the real meat of the patch. The developers have been watching us. They've been watching how we play, and based on what they've seen, they're shaking up the whole meta. There's a new way to win. And this is straight from the developers themselves. They've noticed that online matches have gotten, let's say, a little predictable. It seems like we, the player base, have kind of perfected 2 very specific and very dominant strategies. You know what they are. On one side, you've got the top position drifters. These are the players that get into first place, lean on their drift gadgets, and they're gone. Almost impossible to catch. And then, on the total opposite end of the spectrum, you've got the back position item spammers. These are the folks who just hang out in last place, farming all the best items, and then slingshot themselves to the front right at the very end. Does that sound familiar? I bet it does. If you're not doing one of those 2 things, you've probably felt totally stuck in the middle of the pack, right? You can't catch the person in front, and you're just trying to survive the absolute chaos coming from behind. Well, guess what? The developers heard you. Loud and clear. This update is designed specifically to empower all of us mid-pack racers and make comebacks from that 4th to 8th place spot not just possible, but a really thrilling part of the race. So the big question is, how are they going to do it? By giving us a brand new loadout. We've got fresh gadgets and new tools to completely rethink our strategies. And this table just illustrates their whole new approach perfectly. We are getting 6 brand new gadgets, and just look at the focus here. 4 of them are support type and 2 are item control. These are all designed to help you survive that mid-pack fight and finally turn the tables on the leaders. And at the same time, they're tweaking the gadgets we already have. Quick recovery is now even quicker, which helps you stay in the race after getting hit. But look at Wisp Chance Up. Its influence has been reduced. That is a direct hit to that item spamming strategy from the back. It's going to be a lot harder to just fish for those powerful items. Oh, and a nice little touch. Invincible Start now flashes right before it ends, so you can time your next move perfectly. And of course, you know it wouldn't be a real patch without some new style. You can now deck out your machine with 12 new collaboration decals, so you can show off your fresh look while you're climbing up those new ranks. All right, let's talk about the polish. Because beyond all the meta-shaking changes, this update is really focused on making every single race smoother and, maybe more importantly, fairer for everybody. The developers are cracking down hard. They've strengthened their anti-cheat measures, and they're looking especially at PC players in World Match and Time Trials. They are serious about creating a level playing field where it's your skill that gets you to the finish line first, not some exploit. And hey, let's have a moment of silence for some of the most infamous bugs in the game. You ever just sink into the floor in White Cave? That's fixed. Gotten permanently stuck in that Wonder Museum tornado? That's gone. Ever think you could just cleverly jump over a King Bomb Boo attack? Yeah, not anymore. They have squashed a ton of these really frustrating issues. Now this is a big one. They've improved the online race communication. What does that mean for you? It means fewer of those moments where you swear you dodged an attack, but the server said, "Nuh-uh." What you see on your screen should now be a much, much more accurate reflection of what's actually happening in the race. So after all of that, new competitive modes, a completely rebalanced meta, all these new gadgets, and a ton of fixes, it really all comes down to one simple thing. The old ways of winning, they've been seriously shaken up. The mid-pack finally has some power. All the tools are right there in your hands. So the only question left is, what's your new strategy going to be? Get out there on the track and find out.